In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the merciful. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our course Introduction to Phonetics and Phonology. In our last lecture, we have discussed all about the IPA chart, in which we have discussed two types of sound, two types of vowel sounds, monophthongs and diphthongs. Monophthongs means single sound and diphthongs means double sounds, two sounds. And diphthongs, as we have seen, these are the combination. Diphthongs are the combination of two single sound, two monophthong, right? So our today's topic is diphthongs and triphthongs. We will discuss about these two types of vowels in detail. But first of all, see here how vowel sounds are produced. Vowel sounds are produced with free airstream or without any obstruction of the air in our vocal tract, in our mouth. There is no obstruction or there is no restriction of the air when we produce these vowel sounds. For example, say these monophthongs: e, it, u, u, o, a, e, o, a, and o. So there is no restriction of the air in our mouth. These are released. We can produce these sounds with free release of the air. So these, what we can say, we can define vowel sounds in this way. When the sound is produced without any obstruction of the air in our vocal tract, in our mouth, it means these are the vowel sounds. And all vowel sounds, almost all vowel sounds are voice sounds, right? Diphthongs, as we already have discussed, these diphthongs, 8 diphthongs, like I, A, Oi, Ow, O, Air, Ua, Ia. The next you can see the words: I, my, A, wait, Oi, boy, Ow, cow, O, show, Air, hair, Ua, tours, tua, in ear, here. These are the diphthongs. Each vowel letter is used to make different vowel sounds in different contexts. In different contexts means the nearby sounds, what we can say, the sound is changed when there are some, because of some other nearby sounds. For example, take this O sound. It has at least 10 different particular sounds. In on, o, old, it's a rather different way we pronounce in old. Sun, although there are o, we can see in all words the sound o, but it is pronounced in a different way. In on, in old, sun, corn, room, look, word, lemon, out, in oil. So these are the different symbols. As you can see, this different transcription of these O sounds. The vowel sounds are produced by passing the unobstructed airstream into the vocal tract through the different posture of the mouth, as we already have discussed the definition of the vowel sound. The vowel sounds are produced when there is no restriction of the air in our vocal tract. They are attributed with different tones according to the position of the tongue and rounding of lips. In what way our tongue is raised up or is lowered down or in the middle, the position of the tongue. On the basis of this position of the tongue, we can classify the vowel sounds into more different categories. Or it's also depend on the rounding of the lips, how our lips are rounded. And when we pronounce some sounds. So we can understand that there are two things. On the basis of those two things, we can classify vowel sounds into more categories. Like it depends upon the mouth position. When we pronounce the vowel sound, what mouth position is at that particular time while we are pronouncing those vowel sounds. If it is pronounced by the frontal mouth, front of the mouth, it means those vowels would be called, it could be called front vowels. Like E is the front of the mouth, or frontal mouth position is involved while we pronounce the first sound, first monophthong sound E, and then the second one like pen or ten, the middle sound in the pen and ten, it's a central vowels, and then there's a back vowels. Is the back of the mouth position is involved. So it depends upon the mouth position. From which position we are pronouncing the vowel sounds, that particular sound will be related with that particular position, like frontal vowels or central vowels or back vowels. Similarly, lips position is also very important. When we pronounce those words, our lips are closed, our lips are half open or half closed, or totally open vowels. Closed vowels, open vowels, or half open or half closed vowels. We can categorize those vowels into these more categories. Like, for example, we pronounce the very first monophthong or single sound E. Our lip position is almost closed. A, half open or half closed, we can say. And A, when we pronounce the word A, like the middle sound of the cap or tap or pat, the middle sound we pronounce the this vowel sound while we wide open our mouth position. So this is depend upon the mouth position and lips position. Here you can see the diagram of the English pure vowels. Do you know what pure vowels are? Yes, the monophthong sounds, the 12 monophthong sounds are the pure vowel sounds. So here you can see frontal vowel, central vowel or back vowels, as we already have discussed. It depends upon the mouth position. And in the left side you can see here closed vowels and mid vowels and open vowels. It depends upon the lips position. So pronounce these sounds so we can understand, we can identify these monophthongs. Pronounce this sound with me. E. E is a frontal or closed vowel sound. E. Then there's a central vowel. The center of the mouth, and our lips are half closed or in the mid, we can say in the mid position. In the last sound, oo, oo. The back of the mouth is involved while we pronouncing these sounds, or oh, like in boy, in try, boy, and then the sound, the back sound, ah, ah. Our mouth is widely open. So we can understand this diagram on the basis of the mouth position and the lip movements, and it also indicates the tongue position also. While we pronounce the E sound, where is the tongue position? It's raised up or down or backward or rolling down. So it's also dependent on the tongue position, lip position, mouth position, and tongue position. These things are indicated by this diagram. So depending on the height of the tongue, vowels can be classified into high vowels, low vowels, and mid vowels. So when the front or the back of the tongue is raised up towards the roof of the mouth, the hard part of the mouth, upside, you can touch and you can feel. So it's a roof of the mouth. When our tongue is raised towards the roof of the mouth, the vowel is called high vowel, like pill, meet, look, or swoon. Our tongue is raised up towards the mouth towards the roof of the mouth, or towards the upside of the mouth. So when the front or the back of the tongue is as low as possible. Number 2, when the tongue front or back of the tongue is lower down, we pronounce the low sounds or low vowels. In lamb, star, or dog. When we pronounce these words, the tongue is lower down. Tongue front or back of the tongue, both we can say. In lamb, front is lowering down. Star or dog. The back of the tongue is lower down. Number 3, when the tongue occupies the position intermediate or between the lower and high position, so we can say the vowel is called mid vowels, like in get, about. The middle of the tongue is involved. It's called intermediate position or middle position or mid vowel sounds are called. Vowels are different from consonants. In what sense? We can understand. We cannot say that can be classified or associated with the places of the articulations, because they are articulated through the narrow escape of air and palatal or velar section. So they are not palatal and velarized, nor with the manner of articulation, because they are produced without obstruction of air. So with the place of articulation or with the manners of articulation, these two characteristics are associated with consonants, not with the vowels. So we can say vowels cannot be discussed with the place of articulation, although there are mouth articulators, so there are speech articulators which are involved while we pronouncing the vowel sounds. But particularly consonant we can discuss. So this is the place of articulation, or for example the place of articulation like pa, ba. So lips are involved, two lips are involved when we pronounce the sound pa, ba. So labial sound. So in this way we can discuss the consonant sound. But when we pronounce the vowel sounds, there is a free release of the air stream in our mouth. So we can say that it's not related to the vowel sounds, it's related to the consonant sounds. So vowels cannot be categorized as voiced and voiceless, because they are all are voiced in English language. So when we talk about the voiced and unvoiced sounds, it means we are talking about consonant sound, because vowels, all vowel sounds are voice sounds. So three things that we can relate here with the consonant sounds. First of all, place of articulation, it's related to associated with the consonant sound. Manner of articulation, it's also related to the consonant sounds. Or vowels can consonant also could be voiced and unvoiced. What is triphthongs? We have discussed monophthongs, we have discussed diphthongs, monophthong single sound, diphthongs double sounds. But here you can see there are some examples that we can say three multiple sounds, three combination of three monophthongs. It could also be pronounced, or we must know, being a student of phonetics and phonology, we must also know about these triphthongs. So triphthongs, as it seems by the name triphthongs, there are three vowel sounds used in pronouncing triphthongs. In triphthongs, tongue slides from one vowel sound place to other two vowel sound places. In diphthongs, our mouth position start from with a particular position and end with another particular position. But here in triphthong you can see our tongue slides from one vowel sound place to two other vowel sound placement. We have first sound sustains its position in a syllable while the last two sounds are added in the end in a weaker position. Means we will not focus or we will not stress on the last two sound. Stress will be on the first initial syllable or in the first part of the syllable. For example, fire, ire, before, R sound and after fa sound, ra sound and fa sound. Between there, then the slashes you can see ire, fire, power, oh, power, hour, right? Three vowel sounds. These are called triphthongs, and these always come before an ra sound in a word. Mostly we can associate triphthongs with the ra sound. Although some other cases you can also examine, but in majority cases it's related to associated with R sound. So here you can see some examples. Triphthong sounds occur with OU is followed by an R, right? Hour. It's not R. Sometimes we say R. It's hour or hour. Next, flower. Next, sour. Sour. We say sour. It's not a sour. अंगूर खट्टे हैं. Grapes are sour. No, grapes are sour. Hour, right? Hour. These are the triphthongs. Three multiple sounds. So again you can see triphthongs with IRE and with IRE like fire, dire and inspire. So these are the examples of triphthongs. So it's the end of our today's lecture, and I hope you are keep on watching all the videos that I'm sharing with you, and the other one that I have shared already, that was online or from internet. You have to download those videos, and I hope you already have watched and listened and understand those videos. And apart from this, I want to say here, just focus on IPHR. When we are studying this introduction to phonetics and phonology, we must know that what IPHR is, how many types of sounds are there. There are vowel sounds and consonants. Basically, mainly there are two types of sounds, right? And keep in your mind, we are dealing with the sounds, we are not dealing with the letters, or we are not dealing with the alphabet. So there are two types of sounds, vowel sounds and consonant sounds. Vowel sounds, there are two types, two sub-classification we can make. Vowels, single vowel sound, that's also called monophthongs, and double sounds, that also called diphthongs. In IPHR, there is no concept of triphthongs, as we have discussed today, triphthongs, but you must know, the student of phonetics and phonology, you must know there are the triphthongs also. So in IPHR, monophthongs and diphthongs, and then consonants. In monophthongs, there are long vowel sounds and short vowel sounds. The sounds that are dotted, that are shown with the dots, these are called monophthongs. And without dot, the sounds that are shown with the dots, these are called long sounds, and the sounds without dot, that are short sounds. Then there are diphthongs. Diphthongs are the combination of two sounds, two monophthong sounds, and then there are consonant sounds. In consonants, we have discussed voiced and unvoiced. You must know how can you identify voiced sounds and how can you understand the unvoiced sounds, right? So it's the end of our today's lecture, and goodbye.